G'day ladies and gents and welcome to Aussie Real Talk. Today we're going to have a chat about the first 3 episodes of Ryan Murphy's latest series, The Beauty. Now say what you will about television creator Ryan Murphy, but the man is an absolute juggernaut of the industry. American Horror Story, Glee, Monster, Scream Queens, 911, and countless other shows of wildly varying quality all sit under his banner and are a part of his empire. If I had to boil down most of his biggest works into just 2 words, they'd be sex and horror, and The Beauty delivers exactly that. Rebecca Hall and Evan Peters star as 2 detectives investigating the gruesome deaths of beautiful people across the globe. All of the victims are physically stunning, all succumb to violent, hysterical fits of rage, and all ultimately die by internally combusting and literally exploding on screen. Early on, we learn the cause is a new form of STD, one that enhances physical beauty before inevitably leading to a horrific death. The opening scene alone makes the show's tone crystal clear. A supermodel slaughters people left, right and center straight off the catwalk before detonating into chunks of bloody flesh. There are several plot lines running simultaneously. Alongside the classic detective noir grainy energy brought by Hall and Peters, we also follow Jeremy, a self-described incel who is desperate for love, validation, and attention from women. His desperation pushes him towards grotesque body augmentation and eventually murder, all in pursuit of physical perfection. Oddly enough, you do find yourself sympathizing a little with Jeremy at moments, but that sympathy is certainly tested when he crosses paths with Anthony Ramos's wonderful depiction of the assassin, a man attempting to control the spread of the STD by any means necessary. It is worth noting here that Ashton Kutcher, clearly the man in charge, doesn't feature heavily in these first 3 episodes, so time will tell how significant his role becomes. Murphy hasn't landed a major home run in quite a while. This series follows the genuinely horrendous All's Fair, and while The Beauty isn't a full return to form, it's certainly closer to the stronger seasons of American Horror Story from years past. That said, not everything works. Some of the script writing is laughably stupid. Any detective witnessing an autopsy of a self-combusting human being and casually suggesting rabies as a possible cause is beyond ridiculous. Some performances also lean far too hard into their archetypes, which can be a bit off-putting and cartoonish. Then again, off-putting is also exactly what the show is going for, it seems. No matter how disturbed or repulsed you might feel by the gore, the violence, the horrific character choices, or the deeply uncomfortable sexual encounters, the show has a way of pulling you in still. You end up watching all 3 episodes back to back to back quite easily. You're confronted with images like newly formed adult bodies emerging from giant amniotic sacs, sudden explosions of extreme violence where you least expect them, and sex scenes that feel deliberately unsexy. And yet, you can't look away. Partly because you're curious where it's all heading, and partly because Murphy clearly wants you to feel uncomfortable. The music, production design, and costuming all work overtime to amplify that sticky, yet camp, yet unsettling feeling. And honestly, that's what makes The Beauty quite compelling. The show is grounded just enough in reality that you can imagine these events playing out in your own world, especially when you consider the rise of Ozempic, ever-increasing beauty standards, and the growing normalization of cosmetic surgery. Yet at the same time, it feels like a twisted fantasy, existing in its own warped version of reality. If nothing else, it is entertaining. Real talk, the first 3 episodes of Ryan Murphy's The Beauty represent a step up from his more recent efforts. It's packed with sex, blood, and body horror that will intrigue fans of American Horror Story. While some elements are silly, shallow, or outright stupid, there's also plenty of dumb fun mixed with solid performances and an icky atmosphere that you may just really enjoy. I am on the fence as to how much I want to continue watching the show week to week as opposed to a binge at the end. So I'm giving The Beauty a 2.5 out of 5 from Aussie Real Talk. Thanks for listening. What's your favourite Ryan Murphy series? And if you enjoyed this review, throw us a like and be sure to subscribe for more to come. Cheers.